Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhar Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Namah Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha नमो नमः सद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः ज्ञानवैराग्यसम्पूर्णान् हरिभक्तिपरायणान् पूर्वाचार्यानहं वन्दे सम्प्रदायप्रवर्तकान् प्रह्लादनारदपराशरपुण्डरीक व्यासाम्बरीश शुकशौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुनवसिष्ठविभीषणादीन् पुण्यानिमान् परमभागवतान् स्मरामि काषाय दण्डकरकादिविभूषिताङ्ग वैराग्यभाग्यजलधे करुणानिधे त्वं संसारकूपपतितस्य समाकुलस्य बुधेन्द्रदेवा मम देहि करावलम्बम् हरे रामेति कृष्णेति नाम सङ्कीर्तनं सदा लोकक्षेमाय कुर्वन्तं प्रेमिकं सद्गुरुं भजे कलये सुन्दराकारं सदैकप्रियदर्शनम् अज्ञाननाशकं देवं सद्गुरुं मुरलीधरं जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदम् तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते मुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः संसर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितीतीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनः तं नमामि हरिं परम् श्रीहरये नमः नारायणाखिलगुरो भगवन्नमस्ते. Okay. Now today a very quick session we will have to discuss about Srimad Bhagavatam and mainly a few shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam which are considered to be important. Now, important in the sense, now the entire Puranam, entire Srimad Bhagavatam is important, but it does not become feasible to chant every day also as a part of Nitya Parayana. Now, 18,000 shlokas, 12 skandhas, we cannot chant every day, right? And few of us, maybe even if you take it as a Saptaha Parayanam or something like that, maybe 2 weeks, a month, or 2 months, and so on, that also at times it is convenient, not for many of us. That is the reason we have few scholars. Out of that, one is Shengalipuram Anantarama Dikshita. Few of you might be familiar with him, especially Kalyana Rupaya Kalau Janana. That shloka is quite famous, and of course many more which he has composed. He, for the sake of devotees like us, he has compiled about, you can say, 20 to 25 shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam, starting from Skanda 1 till Skanda 12. You can consider a few important shlokas from each skanda. So he has picked up and compiled. So out of that, whatever little I could find, I could know little. I'm just share the same with all of you. These shlokas can be chanted every day as a part of Nitya Paranam. If it is not convenient every day, if you chant also, it will not take more than 10 to 15 minutes. Every day is not possible. At least on a Thursday or a Sunday, something like that, you can chant. Now, please note that these 20 to 25 shlokas, no doubt, they speak about the gist or essence of entire Srimad Bhagavatam. That doesn't mean that we don't chant the entire text. It is just to make things easy also, or like a substitute to chant Srimad Bhagavatam every day or more frequently. That's the reason such shlokas are composed, just as we have a few important shlokas from Ramayana and so on. So let it be any text. The purpose of why such important shlokas are composed for the sake of devotees is just to make it practically easy so that devotees can chant it more frequently. If anyone tells us directly, you take up Srimad Bhagavatam, you take up Ramayana also, at times for us, even if we have the desire to read, it becomes difficult, right? 18,000 shlokas, 24,000 shlokas, Mahabharatam more than 1 lakh, how is it possible? So instead of that, just to become more familiar with the text and read it more and more, such shlokas are composed. Yeah. So now my suggestion would be you please keep the text along with you. Those who have the books, you please keep along. Those who don't have the books, you can note down. Yeah, anyways, I will share the recording also. But still, you please note down the skanda number, chapter number, and shloka number. Uh, Now, just for the benefit of everyone, I'll not just tell you the shlokas, I'll tell you the meaning also in gist, so that it should not happen. What shloka, what is the meaning, we don't know. Yeah. So let us start. I'll show you the text so that it's not totally blank. Okay. Skanda 1, let us start. Skanda 1, chapter number 8. Parikshit. Skanda 1, chapter 8, shlokas 9 and 10. One minute. Shloka 9 and 10. Skanda 1, chapter 8, shloka 9 and 10. Uttarovacha. One minute. Share my screen so that it's better. I'm just sharing this the Sanskrit document site. Maybe you can just for now you can note. 9 and 10. Uttarovacha. Skanda 1, chapter 8, shlokas 9 and 10. Uttarovacha. Pahi pahi mahayogin devadeva jagatpate nanyam त्वदभयं पश्ये यत्र मृत्युः परस्परम् अभिद्रवति मामीश शरस्तप्तायसो विभो कामं दहतु मां नाथ ममे गर्भो निपात्यताम्. This is that incident when Uttara Devi cries out to the Lord that, "O Lord, please save my child inside the womb who has been attacked." So here if you see Uttara, when she cries out, of why Uttara is also considered to be a great lady is because she holds Bhagavan and Bhagavata together inside her womb, which is not done by many, which is not done by anyone. You can consider either, let it be Kaushalya, Devaki and so on. What they do is they have the Lord whose avataram, when an avataram takes place, a Lord is born inside their womb. But in the case of Uttara, Bhagavan and a great devotee, a great Bhagavata, Parikshit, both of them, this lady carried inside her womb. That's when the Brahmastra, which was shot by Ashwathama, goes into the womb, tries to kill the child inside the womb of Uttara. At that time, Uttara is the wife of Abhimanyu. She prays to Lord Krishna, protect me. Pahi pahi mahayogin. Deva Deva Jagatpate, God of gods, O Lord of the universe, please protect me. Nanyam Tvada Bhayam Pashe Yatra Mrityu Parasparam. She says, I do not see anyone else apart from you who can save my child or who can do this great act. Because if you see, Mrityu Parasparam, meaning each one here is in the verge of killing each other. That is, now she here you can interpret this in two different contexts. One is it was a warlike situation, right? So in such a situation, what happens is everyone you wish to kill the enemy, they don't see at the time any relationships, nothing. Just want to get rid of everything, everyone, whoever comes your way. So in that context, you can consider. Secondly, in this world also, if you see, let it be a person very much close to us, till death is something which we cannot control, right? So if someone dies, we cannot control at all. Let it be however close that person is, we cannot go and stop such a situation. So therefore here Uttara Devi cries out, oh Lord, you are the only one who can protect my child. Further, Avitravati Manisha, she tells this arrow. Now how was it Brahmastra which was set out by Ashwathama? It was when steel is heated, steel was burning, it seems, and that burning steel was pierced inside the womb of Uttara Devi. She tells that it has pierced me so much and it is causing me a lot of trouble. And but still, at this time also, what Kamam Dahatumam Natha Mami Garbo Nipatyatam. It tells, let this burning steel, let it burn me, let it kill me, that is fine, but it should not kill the child who is there inside my womb. So a very an important shloka wherein the Garbhavasam of Uttara Devi is protected by the Lord. Therefore, these two shlokas are the first important shlokas. Next is Skanda 1, chapter 8, same chapter, shlokas 21, 22. Kunti Devi says something. Okay, till here is everyone following? Yeah. Next. 21, 22, as usual. Kunti Devi's prayer to Krishna. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये. Yeah. So these are two shlokas which Kunti Devi speaks in praise of Krishna. Now here, what is this context is, after Uttara prays to Krishna and the child, Parikshit is saved. At that time, both Uttara and Kunti Devi, both of them, they pray to the Lord, it seems, and says, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, we salute you, O Lord, the son of Devaki, Vasudeva, who is the son of Nandagopa and who is the Lord of all beings. And further, Namah Pankajanabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, one who has got the Pankaja, the lotus, in his navel, who wears a garland of lotuses, who has Namah Pankajanetraya, who has lotus like eyes, and Namaste Pankajangraye. At the same time, he is very much soft to touch, like the lotus flower only. So, like this, in various more shlokas also, there are many more number of shlokas. If you see here, Kuntyovacha starts from 18, wherein Kunti Devi is also very happy here because it is her own grandson, right? So she is very much happy, not grandson, great grandson. So she also was happy when the Lord saved the child of, saved the life of Parikshit. That's the reason here. Kunti Suti. Kunti Suti is also different. Here, these two shlokas are considered to be important shlokas. Next, after Skandam 1, yes, that is, yes. Kunti Stuti, that's what I told you. Kunti Stuti is a separate part in Srimad Bhagavatam. These are just two shlokas which are chanted by Kunti in praise of the Lord. Yeah. Next, from Dhruva Charitam, Skanda 4, chapter 9, shloka number 6. Skanda 4, chapter 9, shloka number 6. Dhruva Uvacha. Dhruva's prayer to the Lord. Skanda 4, chapter 9, shloka 6. Skanda 4, chapter 9, shloka number 6. Dhruva uvacha योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयेत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वदाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. One shloka from Dhruva Stuti, wherein this is a prayer which child Dhruva does when the Lord gives him darshana, when the Lord appears in front of him after completing his penance. That's when he says, O Lord, I salute you who has come in the form of Purushaha, that ultimate Purusha reality, who has shown me the right path of devotion because of your grace only. Today I have taken up all these penance. Finally, you have given me this darshana. You have made me speak this way. Now here, Dhruva, what he says is, if today I am worshipping you, O Lord, that is also your grace only. Because of you, I know I have to do some penance to you. I am praising you and so on. So this Dhruva Stuti also, which is being done, that is all due to your grace only. While he says, Anyamsha hasta charana shravanatvagadin. See, Dhruva, he says that maybe I'm not in a position now to speak because he is, if you see, suddenly you're doing penance for so many years or so, suddenly the Lord gives darshana. Just imagine our own state. Suddenly the Lord comes in front of us. But people like us will run away from there, right? Because we cannot believe. But even for a great bhakta like Dhruva, what happens is he says that I don't know what to speak, O Lord, that you have come within me. And it is as if because you have come inside me, everything has become awakened, as if I have risen up from somewhere like a big dream or so. And my hands, feet, ears, sense, touch, everything is getting awakened slowly. So slowly my entire life, you see, my entire body also is going to get surrendered to you. So, O Lord, Pranan Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam, I offer my salutations to you. So like a samarpanam or a total surrender, Dhruva Bhagavan, Bhakta Dhruva, he does to the Lord. Yeah. Okay. Next, Prahlada. For Prahlada, we have to go to Skanda 7. Skanda 7, chapter 5. Skanda 7, chapter 5, Shloka 23. 23. Skanda 7, chapter 5, Shloka 23. The ways of doing bhakti. A popular shloka, most of you might be aware. Skandam 7, chapter 5, Shloka number 23. Prahlada uvacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoh Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyamatmanivedanam. How should one do bhakti or how should one dedicate oneself to the Lord? Prahlada describes Shravanam, by listening to the glories or to the songs of the Lord, shlokas of the Lord, singing Kirtanam Vishnoho, Smaranam, by singing the names of the Lord, by thinking about the Lord, Pada Sevanam, by offering, surrendering to his feet, or you can say doing Archanadi karmas. So Pada Sevanam, that is service to the feet of the Lord. Archanam is worshipping the Lord. It can be by offering flowers, chanting prayers, and so on. Vandanam is saluting the Lord, bowing our heads down or joining our hands and so on. Dasyam is rendering our service or saluting the Lord. Sakyamatmanivedanam, and by, you can say, totally surrendering or dedicating oneself, one's soul, Atmanivedanam, one's Atma to the Lord. These are different ways of doing bhakti. So listening, singing, thinking, service to the Lord, worshipping Him, saluting Him, offering one's service, and completely dedicating one's Atma to the Lord. These are different ways of doing bhakti to the Lord, which Bhakta Prahlada explains to Hiranyakashipu and ultimately to devotees like us. Further, Skanda 8, we move on to Satyavrata, what he says. Skanda 8, chapter 24. Skanda 8, chapter 24. Shloka number 49. This chapter 49. Skanda 8. Skanda 8, chapter 24. Skanda 8, chapter 24, Shloka number 49. Bhagavatam. 1 minute. Towards the end. 24, Shloka number 49. Skanda 8, chapter 24, Shloka 49. Rajovacha. Now, Rajovacha is not given here because it's up. This Rajovacha is the prayer done by King Satyavrata. Yeah. Now, this is the reference. Who is Satyavrata? Satyavrata. Yes. So, Satyavrata is from the Matsyavataram fame. Wherein, what does he pray to the Lord? न यत्प्रसादात्युत भागलेशम् अन्ये च देवा गुरवो जना स्वयं कर्तुं समेत प्रभवन्ति पुंसः तमीश्वरं त्वां शरणं प्रपद्ये. Now, this is a prayer which King Satyavrata made. One who was saved by Lord Vishnu in the form of Matsyavataram during Pralaya Kalam, when along with the Saptarishis, King Satyavrata Pandyan also was saved by the Lord. And wherein he says that Nayat Prasadat Yutabhagalesham Anye cha Deva Guravo Janasvayam, wherein he says, without any doubt, he says there is no doubt at all that neither the Devas nor Guru nor other people, Guru, Deva, Guru, Jana, no one else can save us from such a danger, and they cannot show this amount of grace which Bhagavan Vishnu has showed me in the form of this Matsya, but to those devotees who worship him. So, those devotees who surrender and worship the Lord definitely paves way for them. And he says that I am surrendering to you, O Lord. He says 1,000, 1 divided by 10,000, that is 1/10,000th part. Now, what is the meaning here? If you see Kartum Sameta Prabhavanti Pumsam Tamishwaram Tvam Sharanam Prabhati, meaning he says that not even little, all these other demigods, gurus also can show their grace. That is that calculation. He gives there 1 divided by 10,000. That is 1/10,000th part. Also cannot be shown by anyone else, but it can be done by the Lord only. So the point or the gist of this shloka is one who is very much sincere in his bhakti, or one who surrenders to the Lord, or at the same time one who's putting in efforts. You can consider devotees like us, right? We are not totally perfect. Every day we are making so many errors, so many sins we are committing. Still, somehow we are trying our best to be on the right path. That also is happening due to the grace of the Lord only. We have no part to play in it, no doubt. But still, when such things are happening, that's the reason Satyavrata prays for devotees like us, wherein he says that, O Lord, still you are showering your grace on people like us. You could have left me in the Pralaya Kalam, I could have drowned in the waters, but you didn't do that. You showed me the right path, you gave me the Veda Upadesham along with the Saptarishis, and this is how you showered your grace on me. So, this is about Satyavrata Pandyan story, Matsya Avataram. Next, we go to Skanda 10. Now, Skanda 10, you have Dashama Skandam is Purvardham, Uttarardham. Skanda 10, next is now Krishna Avatar. Purvardham, the first part. Skanda 10, chapter 10, Shloka 9 and 10. Very, very easy to remember. Nobody should forget this. Please make a note. Even those who are beginners also, you are not aware of Srimad Bhagavatam, still you should know this. Anyone asks, where is Krishna Avataram of Srimad Bhagavatam? You must know. Skandam 10, chapter 10, Shlokas 9 and 10. Very easy to remember. Tamadbudam balakamambuje kshanam. These shlokas should be by hearted by all of you, especially people learning Narayanyam, Bhagavatam and so on. You must know. Yeah. Dashamaskanda, chapter 10. Did I go to the wrong chapter? One minute. What did I say? I made a mistake. Chapter 3. Sorry, my mistake. I went to the Skanda 10, chapter 3. Sorry. Okay, my mistake. Please, all of you make a note. Skanda 10, chapter 3, Shlokas 9 and 10. Yeah. This is how Krishna Avataram takes place, and more than Krishna Avataram, how Vasudeva got the darshana of the Lord. That description is given here. Skanda 10, chapter number 3, Shlokas 9 and 10. श्रीशुक उवाच तमद्भुतं बालकमम्बुजेक्षणं चतुर्भुजं शङ्खगदाद्युधायुधं श्रीवत्सलक्ष्मं गलशोभिकौस्तुभं पीताम्बरं सान्द्रपयोदसौभगं महार्हवैदूर्यकिरीटकुण्डल त्रिशापरिष्वक्तसहस्रकुन्तलम् उद्दामकाञ्चङ्गदकङ्कणादिभिः विरोचमानं वसुदैव ऐक्षत. So, how was the Lord when he was born? That description which Vasudeva sees. This is how Shuka says Vasudeva saw his eighth child Sri Krishna when Devaki handed over the baby to him. Vasudeva saw that wonderful child with lotus like eyes, Tamadbhudam Balakam. Looking at the child only, Vasudeva feels Adbhudam Balakam, something which is wonderful, not like a normal child at all. Having lotus like eyes, four hands with the Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Kamalam, with the Srivatsam mark, with the Kaustubha Mani, this itself shows Tam Adbhudam. Further, Pitambaram, having Pitambaram which he had worn, then Vaidurya, Maharha Vaidurya Kirita Kundalam. He had worn a crown which had the Vaiduryam. Vaiduryam is a gem. Further, earrings were there, anklets, armlets, bangles. So, all kinds of ornaments. A child who is born. Moreover, now that description is not given in this verse, but moreover, the child had all the teeth also when he was born, and he was giving a very subtle smile also. So, this is a description of the Lord when Bhagavan Krishna was born and Vasudeva saw the child. Very, very wonderful child. That's the reason. Before giving any using any other words also, the first statement which Shuka uses is Tam Adbhutam, because whatever further I'm going to describe, everything is just wonderful, right? Because a normal child, a normal baby is not born this way. We have all blood stains, is that everywhere. But for a child like Krishna, the Lord is born decked with all ornaments, with a subtle smile on his face. And this is how he gave darshana to Vasudeva. That's the reason the first word itself starts with Tam Adbhutam. Okay, Skanda 10, chapter 3, Shlokas 9 and 10. Further, Skanda 10, chapter 10, Shloka number 38. Wherein now Narada, the Narada's Bhakti Prarthana, that is described. Chapter number 10, Shloka number 10. Skanda 10, chapter 10, Shloka 38. 1 minute. I went up. Yeah, Skanda 10, chapter 10, Shloka number 38. वाणी गुणानुकथने श्रवणौ कथायां हस्तौ च कर्मसु मनस्तव पादयोर्नः स्मृत्यां शिरस्तव निवास जगत्प्रणामे दृष्टिः सतां दर्शनेस्तु भवत्तनूनाम्. So this is when this incident happens is after that Nalakubera, during the Krishna Avataram times, Nalakubera was given a shapa, and once the shapa moksha takes place, when Krishna frees Nalakubera from the curse, Narada comes before Krishna and tells that a prayer which he tells that from now on, Vani Gunanukathane, from now on, let our Vani, that is, let our speech always talk about your gunas, about your leelas, about your stories. Let our ears always hear those stories. Let our hands always do your work in the sense worship towards you. Let our mind, smrityam shirastava, let our mind always think about your feet. let our head bow to the world. Nivasa Jagat Praname. Bow to the world, there are two meanings. One is bow down to Bhagavan, that is surrender to the Lord. Moreover, be down to earth. But that doesn't mean that we have to surrender to each and everyone who comes in front of us, but be down to earth. Some many times it happens for most of us. I know one thing, pride puffs up, right? But when we see a person who knows two things more than me, automatically that pride shoots down. Therefore, that pride itself should never ever come. If I know something, that is due to the grace of the Lord. No doubt, the Lord has blessed me with something, but at the same time, the Lord is equal, right? If He has blessed me with one, He would have blessed someone else with something else. So therefore, we have to be very, very careful. And that's the reason here Narada tells that pride should not come at all. Nivasa Jagat Praname. I should always bow down to the world. And Drishtisatam. Let our eyes always be engaged in seeking your darshana. It should always be in seeing your devotees, he says. And after, let very, very beautiful words last line. Drishtistatam darshanestu bhavattanuna. Narada goes one level ahead. And he says that let our eyes, more than seeking your darshana, let my eyes go and seek the darshana of your fellow devotees. Bhavattanuna. Now, why so? Because you see, whenever all of us, we know we have to go and worship Lord, do bhakti, and so on. But this is one thing. Out 100 people know about this. Out of that, say 50 people will go and do. Whereas when we look at fellow devotees or fellow people doing that, that 50 number will turn into 90, right? Or even 100 at times. Okay, this fellow person is doing, he's an inspiration for me. I will also go and do, right? Moreover, this is one thing. Second is we look and learn, right? Oh, he is doing this way, so I will also do the same thing. This is the main purpose of satsangam. Satsangam, you take our own example. 80, 90 of us, we come together. We know, okay, these are so many shlokas which are being told. Someone is telling. There are now, say for example, I'll tell something, and only one of you comes and listens. It will be that one person will not feel motivated, right? Whereas now, as a group, now though it's an online medium, so as a group, when we come, we know, okay, 90 others are coming, maybe small kids are coming, older people are coming. So why not I go? Why not I dedicate some time? Right? So this is when that inspiration comes, that motivation comes when my fellow bhaktas also do. And of course, we have great devotees like let it be Dhruva, Prahlada, Bhattatri, Uddhava, and so on. The list keeps going. Looking at each bhakta, we have something or the other to learn. Dhruva, Prahlada, small children, age does not matter at all. Look at them and learn this quality. In the case of Uddhava, the childhood friend of Krishna, wherein he is also like us. Once Krishna Avataram ends towards the end of Dwapara Yuga, he goes and he pleads to Krishna, you please guide me. What to do now? You're not there, and so on. That's when, to motivate and inspire devotees like us, Krishna sends him to Badrikashramam, tells him that you be there to my Nama Japa also. I'm always there with you. I'm merged in this Srimad Bhagavatam book only. Always keep that with you. That's how is again a message for people like us. Again, Radharani, the Gopikas, looking at them, Gopikas, it's not that they knew many things, but ultimate total bhakti which they had was pure bhakti. So, like this, from each bhakta, if you see, there is some few points which all of us need to learn. That is what here Narada also mentions, and he says that let me always get the darshana of fellow devotees. Yeah. Okay. Next, again from Skanda 10, chapter 13, shloka number 11. This relates to Brahma. Yeah. Skanda 10, chapter 13, shloka 11. Skanda 10, chapter 13, shloka 11. Now, this is when Brahma he hides the fellow mates of Krishna. Skanda 10, chapter 13, shloka 11. Shri Shuka Uvacha Bibradvenam Jatarapatayo Shringave Trecha Kakshe Vame Panao Masrana Kavalam तत्फलान्यङ्गुलीषु तिष्ठन्मध्ये स्वपरिसुहृदो खासयन् नर्मभिः स्वैः स्वर्गे लोके मिषति बुभुजे यज्ञभोग बालकेलिः. Now this is where the description of how Lord Brahma saw Lord Krishna along with his friends in the forest. So he says, Bibradvenum jatarapatayo. Brahma says, carrying the flute on his right side between his belly and the cloth. That is, the Lord used to keep the flute in between. And further, he had a horn, it seems, horn and a small stick. Vame panam masrana kavalam on the left side, like a small horn and a cane he used to have in his hand. And holding all this in his left armpit, the Lord used to keep this, it seems, that small stick and a horn just to blow and call his friends together. And handful of curd rice in his hand. Tata tatphalan yangulishu. Handful of curd rice in his left hand he used to have. Further, now all this that used to be, because now again you don't have a, tradition of, you can say, having plates this and that. The hands used to be filled with curd, it seems, which the Lord has eaten a bit, and remaining used to be there in the hands of the Lord between his fingers or so. It will be there. Tatphalan yangulishu. Further, Madhye Swapari Suhrido used to sit in between his friends, and sweetly all of them used to talk to each other, many joyful things, lot of, you can say, merry making, this and that, a lot of memories they used to share. And Hasayan Narmabhiswaihi, they used to roll in laughter, it seems, make fun of each other, jokes, this and that. So very joyful experience they all of them have. And Lord Krishna, it seems, Swarge Loke Bishati Bubuje Yagyabhog Balakelihi. When the Lord was doing all these leelas in Bhulokam, at the same time, he used to accept the sacrifice and yajnadi karmas which the other gods used to do in Sargalokam. So, this is a description of what the Lord used to do in Bhulokam as told by Brahma. Further, Skanda 10, chapter number 21, Shloka 5. Skanda 10, chapter 21, Shloka 5. Now, Dashama Skandam is an important skanda, mainly because it talks about Krishna Leela story. So, you'll have many shlokas from here. Skanda 10, chapter 21, Shloka 5. Barhapidam, again an important shloka. Barhapidam Natavaravapo Karanayov Karanikaram Bibradvasav Kanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamala Randran Veno Radara Sudhaya Purayan Gopavrindaihi Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. Wherein this is nothing but Venuganam. How the Lord's flute used to sound, that description is given in this chapter. Barhapidam Natavaravapo. That is how the people around used to feel when the Lord used to play his Venu. That description is given here. It seems that people used to feel as if they are actors or so on a stage. He used to have a, sorry, people around used to feel that the Lord is an actor also, like giving a great performance with a Mayura Picham on his head, Karnikara flowers which are there in his ears. Karnikara is a type of flowers, wearing a garland of Randran Veno Radhara Sudaya, wearing garland of 5 different flowers. He used to wear, it seems, of different colors, and again a golden cloth, a pitambaram on his waist, and with the amritam of his lips, it seems, when he used to play the Venu, the Lord, that's how he used to enter Vrindavanam and mesmerize the entire surroundings. People around him, even animals, cattle also, even trees also used to be affected by that Venuganam, a very, very, you can say, a very beautiful experience to everyone around. And all his, the fellow Gopas, Gopikas, they used to also keep singing his glory. Vrindaranyam swapada ramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. This is how he used to do Vrindavana Pravesham by playing on his flute. Venugana Varananam is described in this verse. Skanda 10, chapter 21, shloka number 5. Next, Katyayani Vrata Shloka. Skanda 10, chapter 22, Shloka number 4. One. Skanda 10, chapter 22, Shloka 4. Katyayani Vrata, which the Gopikas did. This is the famous prayer of the Gopikas, which they did to Devi Katyayani, form of goddess Parvati, so that they can get Krishna as their husband. This prayer is chanted by many girls or to be married women also to get a good groom. At the same time, it can be done by married women also. Yeah. कात्यायनी महामाये महायोगिन्यधीश्वरी नन्दगोपसुतं देवी पतिं मे कुरुते नमः इति मन्त्रं जपन्त्यस्ताः पूजां चक्रुः कुमारिकाः. It has to be kumarikaah, please know. So wherein the Gopikas used to chant this prayer while they were observing the Katyayani Vrata to marry Krishna. So that is, they used to say that Katyayani, O Devi, O Parashakti, possessing great yogic powers also, please make Nandagopa Sutam Devi Patim Me Kurute Namaha. Please make the son of Nandagopa, Bhagavan Krishna, as our husband. So this is how they used to do their vrata. Further, Skanda 10, chapter 47. Is it given here or it's there? Skanda 10, chapter 47, Shloka number 63. Skanda 10, chapter 47, Shloka 63. Vande Nandavajastrinam Padarenumabhikšnashah. Sorry, Skanda 10, chapter number Skanda 10, chapter 47, Shloka number 63. Vande Vrajastrinam Padarenumabhikšnashah Yasam Harikathodgitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. Now this shloka was told by Uddhava after he was sent by Krishna to console the Gopikas. So, wherein he says that looking at the bhakti and surrender of these Gopikas, Vande Nanda Vrajastrinam, he says, I salute the Padaduli, the feet, the dust feet of these Gopikas in Nanda's Vrajabhumi, Vrajastrinam, and wherein Yasam Harikatodgitam, their everyday life revolves around Lord Hari. They are continuously singing the names of Lord Hari, and let this purify. Punati Bhuvanatrayam. Let this purify all the three worlds. This is something which Uddhava does not expect at all. Looking at the bhakti of the Gopikas, he just feels that Padarenum Abhikshnashaha. He says, I cannot do anything, I cannot speak anything, I can just roll myself in the Padadhuli of these Gopikas. That is the amount of bhakti which these Gopikas had. Next, Skanda 10, chapter 53. So you have to go to the Uttarardham, the other part of the Shamaskandam. Skanda 10, chapter 53, Shloka number 46. Shloka 46. What is not coming? I am showing you on the screen, right? You just note down the number. Later you can make a note in your books also. I'll see if I couldn't find that. If all these shlokas will be there in one place, maybe one of us will have to write it. Otherwise, it will not come because these are all nobody has. One minute, hold on. Skanda, what it's there, right? It's there. You have to go to Purva, other part of Skanda. Yes. I'll repeat again. Skanda 10, chapter 53. 53, shloka number 46. Skanda 10, chapter 53, shloka 46. Again, an important. Can anyone guess what is the subject here? Ah, you got the text. What is the meaning? I'm asking. Or at least the context. Nobody? Rukmini, correct. Purvardham. Now here, if you see, of course, here most of us now we are all just beginners, so it is okay. But still, in general, even if we don't know the meaning of every verse or entire Bhagavatam, at least the gist of every skandam we should know. Okay, so Dashama Skandam initially talks, all of us we know, talks about Krishna Leela stories. First part talks about the birth, childhood stories of Krishna. Second part slowly revolves into the Vivaham of Krishna and so on. But little we must put in efforts to know the gist of all these skandhas, right? Okay. Next, Skanda 10, chapter 53, shloka 46. नमस्ये त्वाम्बिके भीक्ष्णं स्वसन्तानयुतां शिवां भूयात् पतिर्मे भगवान् कृष्णस्तदनुमोदताम्. Yes, yes. So here Rukmini Devi, she prays when she goes to the temple of Devi. She, before her marriage, she prays to the goddess, saying that, and whom, which goddess is Ambike, is goddess Parvati. She prays to goddess Parvati, saying that, I repeatedly, she says, I'm worshipping you along with Shivam, Santana Yutam Shivam, along with Bhagavan Shiva and your children also, Santana Yutam, that is with Ganesha, Kartikeya together. That is Bhuyat Padir me Bhagavan Krishnastadanumodatam. May Bhagavan Krishna only become my husband with your consent, she says. Modatam tadanu modatam. With your happy consent, with your joyful consent, O Devi Parvati, I have worshipped you along with Shiva and your children always, repeatedly many times. May Lord Krishna only be my husband with your happy consent or with your joyful consent. Next, Skanda 10, chapter 73, shloka number 16. Skanda 10, chapter 73, shloka number 16. 16, 1 6. Skanda 10, chapter 73, shloka number 16. And this is a prayer which Krishnaya Vasudeva. In many contexts, this shloka is standard, but as per Srimad Bhagavatam, the kings who are kept captive by Jarasandha, after they were released by Krishna, this is the prayers which those kings sung in praise of Bhagavan Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane. O Lord Hari, you are the divine Atma. Pranatakleshanashaya. You are the one who puts an end to all our problems. Govindaya Namo Namaha. O Govinda, I pray to you. One who always salutes you, I salute you, Govinda. One who prays to you, you put an end to all their problems. O son of Vasudeva, O Hari, you are the divine Atma, please protect us. Or you are the one who has already put an end to our problems. We pray to you again and again. So this is a prayer made by the kings who were kept captive by Jarasandha, and they recited this shloka after they were released by Lord Krishna. Skanda 10, chapter 73, shloka number 16. Next, Skanda 10, chapter 82, shloka 49. Skanda 10, chapter 82, shloka 49. Skanda 10, chapter 82, shloka number 49. आहुश्च ते नलिननाभपदारविन्दं योगेश्वरैरिति विचिन्त्यमगाधबोधैः संसारकूपपतितोत्तरणावलम्बं गेहञ्जुषामपि मनस्युदिया सदा नः. Now this shloka is the realization of the gopis when they met Krishna in Kurukshetram, it seems. That is, this is what the gopis realized, and they told Krishna when they met him in Kurukshetram, when the Grahanam takes place, when the solar eclipse takes place. And This was the discussion which they had with Krishna. After this discussion, it is believed that the solar eclipse took place. They said, "O Lord, from your Nabi Kamalam, Lord Brahma has come out, and your lotus like feet is meditated upon great yogis, which is the only source, samsara kupa patito taranavalambam, which is the only source of liberation from this ocean of samsara, since we are all busy. Geham jusham abhimanasyudiyat sadanaha." Now here the Gopikas, they were very smart enough. They say that Gehan Jusham Api. We are all very much busy in our household works. We don't have time like great yogis or souls to dedicate our whole lives to you. Therefore, we just need one small help from you. May your lotus feet, Manasyudiyat Sadanaha, may your lotus feet always keep flashing before our mental eyes, so that even though we are busy in our household duties or so, your lotus like feet will keep flashing in front of our eyes, and we will be focused on that, and like yogis only we will also be able to attain you. So very very sincere and innocent prayer made by the Gopikas, but it has got a very deeper meaning and very much applicable for bhaktas like you and me. For us also, we have so many duties or so to follow. We cannot totally surrender everything and run away, give up on everything, but whenever possible, as the Lord showers His grace, we can dedicate some time to focus upon Him, develop bhakti towards Him, and which the Lord also has been kind to all of us. The same thing should always continue. So, this is the prayer of the Gopikas. Next, we move on to Skanda 11. You want me to chant that? Yeah. आहुश्चतेन दिननाभपदारविन्दं योगेश्वरैर्हृदि विचिन्त्यमगाधबोधैः संसारकूपपतितोत्तरणावलम्बं गेहञ्जुषामपि मनस्युदीयात् सदा नः. Yeah. Next we move on to Ekadasha Skandam, Skandam 11. Skandam 11, chapter 27, Shloka 46. Skanda 11, chapter 27, Shloka number 46. Skanda 11, chapter 27, Shloka 46. This is itself is a moksha skandam. It talks about many philosophical topics. Skanda 11, chapter 27, Shloka 46. शिरोमत्पादयोः कृत्वा बाहुभ्यां च परस्परं प्रपन्नं पाहि मामीश भीतं मृत्युग्रहार्णवात्. Now this is a teaching which has been told by Bhagavan Vishnu only to all devotees, saying how a devotee should surrender to him. So how he says, Shiromatpadayoh Kritva. He says a devotee should keep his head on my feet, and with both his hands he used to touch. With both his hands he used to touch my feet. That is basically his bahubhyam cha parasparam, clasp his feet. That's the reason you see whenever all of us also, or there is a way in which one should do namaskar. Let it be a sashtanga namaskaram done by men or the namaskaram done by ladies. The hand should always be down. Some people have a very let's not call it as a, it's not anything bad as such, but the way which they do. Many people you see whenever they do a sashtangam also they will join both their hands and do. That is actually the right way of doing, because it shows a part of humility, right? And even when sometimes we do namaskara to elders, God or so, it's not that we are doing just for the sake of doing, or "Oh, you're elder to me, I've done that, now you bless me." It's not that way, right? We have to totally surrender, that bhavam comes. That's the reason bahubhyam cha parasparam. When we keep our hands also, it is to show that, oh Lord, I've surrendered my feet, my entire body, I've surrendered myself to you, oh Lord, kept my feet, kept my hands, everything. Now you please bless me. So one should keep his head on the feet of Bhagavan and clasp it with both his hands. And Prabannam Pahimamisha. Wherein now, once this is done, the bhakta should pray saying that, "Oh Lord, protect me who has surrendered to you." Now, this does not even need to be told. The Lord knows whom he needs to protect. But as a devotee, we go, right? Now, if you have an elderly person or the Lord himself in front of you, you don't have to go and tell the person, "Please bless me," right? But as a sense of respect, also, we say, "I need your blessings," also, we say, right? So that doesn't, it's not that only if you say the person is going to bless. And many times it can be the other way around. Even if you say also, the blessings might not work the way we need. So it can be anything. But as a mark of respect also, we go and seek the blessings of our elders, gurus, whomever it is, and say that please shower your blessings on me. I've come here to seek your blessings. Similarly, here also we must pray to the Lord, saying that, oh Lord, I've surrendered myself to you. Please release me. Mrityugraharnavat, from this hold of death that is there, that is basically from this ocean of samsara. Next, again from Skanda 11, chapter 29. Skanda 11, chapter 29. Shloka number 40. Skanda 11, chapter 29, Shloka 40. नमोऽस्तु ते महायोगिन् प्रपन्नमनुषादिमां यथा त्वच्चरणाम्भोजे रतिः स्यादनपायिनी. Skanda 11, chapter 29, Shloka number 40, 40. Now, this is a prayer which is chanted by Uddhava after Bhagavan gives him the Upadesham of Uddhava Gita. So, after Krishna tells him about Uddhava Gita, this is a prayer which Uddhava tells, saying that Namostute Mahayogin. He says, I salute that great yogi, O Krishna, who has come to completely surrender to you. That is, me myself have come, and let the love for your lotus feet. Yadadva charanamboje ratihi. Rati Devi, the god of love, the goddess of love. That is, the love for your lotus feet should always keep increasing in me. Let that all syad anapayini. Let that always abide in my heart. Now, this is a very, very important prayer, not only in this situation, in all situations. If there is something good also which we are doing today, that same feeling should always be there, right? So today I feel like doing, tomorrow we don't feel like doing, it's useless, right? Of course it can happen. It's a part of human life. Today I feel like doing something, tomorrow we won't feel. It's normal, but it should not be long term also. Now today I open the Srimad Bhagavatam book, lifelong I don't feel like looking at it. That's our ajnanam, our own loss. So therefore, always we must pray, like we always say, satsangam sadbuddhi. If the Lord blesses us with these two things, all other things will automatically fall in place. Good buddhi, so that we know to take the right decisions at the right time. Satsangam, good company, so that we'll always be on the good track. Fellow people around me are doing good things, I'll also be inspired to do the same. So whenever, if in case you need to pray for something, these are the only two things which one must pray: sadbuddhi, satsangam. These two are in place, all other things will automatically come. So here Uddhava also prays to great yogi Krishna, saying that let this love for you, let this surrender that I have, I must surrender always to your lotus feet, let that always abide in me. Finally, Skandam 12, we move on, the concluding Skandam. Skanda 12, chapter 3, Shlokas 51, 52. Skandam 12, chapter 3, Shlokas 51 and 52. कलेर्दोषनिधे राजन्नस्ति एको महान् गुणः कीर्तनादेव कृष्णस्य मुक्तसङ्गः परं व्रजेत् कृते यद्यायतो विष्णुं त्रेतायां यजतो मखैः द्वापरे परिचर्यायां कलो तद्धरिकीर्तनात्. In this chapter, how dharma is to be followed in various yugas, that has been described, and how the good and bad things of Kali Yuga are there, that is also, you can say, it is pointed out. And it is said that though there are many evil aspects also in Kali age, still it has one good thing, that is, just by chanting Kirtanad Eva Krishnas Kaler Dosha Nidhe Rajan, wherein O Parikshit, Rajan is Parikshit here, or O King, there can be various things which are king, or you can consider even for in general, that has been told, wherein there can be many evil things in this Kali Yuga, but eko mahan gunaha, asti eko mahan gunaha. There is one very good aspect. What is that? Kirtana deva Krishnasya. Just merely chanting the names of Lord Krishna, Mukta Sangha Prajam Vrajet. You can attain mukti, you can be free from everything. Krite yadhyayato Vishnum. What can be achieved in Krita Yuga, that is in Satya Yugam, by doing meditation and tapasya upon the Lord. Tretayam yajato makhaihi. what can be attained by doing various sacrifices, yajnas, in the Treta Yugam, Dwapare Paricharyayam, what can be achieved in Dwapara Yugam through various puja karmas, by doing worship also, that same thing can be achieved. Kalautad Hari Kirtanat, that same merit, same punya can be achieved in Kali Yugam by merely doing Hari Kirtanam, by merely chanting the names of Hari. Therefore, always in Kali Yuga, we must chant more and more the names of Bhagavan. Things have been made easy, but this also has to fall. It should come to us only if the grace of the Lord is there. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult. Further, okay, I think 2, 3 more shlokas are there. Skandam 12, chapter number 10. Skandam 12, chapter 10, shloka number 34. Skandam 12, chapter 10, shloka number 24. 34. 34. 34. Markandeya Prarthana. Yes. Skandam 12, chapter 10, shloka number 34. Markandeya Prarthana. Varamekam vranetapi purnat kamabhivarshanat bhagavatyachutam bhaktim tatpareshu tathatvayi. Markandeya prays to Bhagavan Shiva and tells that I need only one boon from you. What is that boon which I need? I'll tell you. You are the one who is self-sufficient. You are the one who will fulfill all my desires, I know. But he says, Bhagavat Achyutam Pritim Tatpareshu Tathatvai. He says, I need only one bhakti, one boon from you. That is, I should always develop complete devotion to you, Bhagavat, to you and also to Achyutam Bhakti. So to you and Achyuta, that is to you, O Lord Shiva, and to Achyuta, to Lord Vishnu, I should always develop bhakti. So this Srimad Bhagavatam itself shows that there is no discrimination between Shaivism, Vaishnavism, no difference between Shiva, Vishnu. One should develop complete devotion to Shiva as well as Krishna, or Vishnu as well as Shiva. This is the prarthana done by Markandeya. Next. Hmm. Skandam 12, chapter 10, shloka number 34. Yes, 34. Markandeya prarthana. Okay. Next. I'll repeat the shloka. Varamekam vrinethapi purnat kamabhivarshanat bhagavatyachutam bhaktim tatpareshu tathatvayi. Okay. Yeah. Next. Skanda 12, chapter 12, shloka number 46. Skanda 12, chapter 12. Skanda 12, chapter 12, shloka number 46. Is the last shloka. Hmm. Uh, Shloka number 47, not 46. Skandam 12, chapter 12, shloka number 47. पतितस्खलितश्चार्थः क्षुत्वा वा विवशो ब्रुवन् हरये नम इत्युच्चैः मुच्यते सर्वपातकात् श्रीहरये नमः. In some references it will be 46, some references it will be 47. Yeah, just make a note. Just note down the shloka if you want. This is the first line. Patitas kalitascharthaha. The shloka, very, very important shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, talks about the gist or essence of entire Srimad Bhagavatam, summary of Srimad Bhagavatam. It has to be chanted 3 times, and Haraye Namaha has to be chanted many times. Yeah. This is the summary of entire Bhagavatam. In fact, this chapter itself is a summary. The last chapter, Skanda 12, chapter 12, wherein he says a person, patitaha skalitaha, one who has fallen or one who is suffering from, or one who is afflicted by any illness, or one who has any kinds of sufferings that are there, or one who even says Kshutva va vivasho bruvan, one who is feeling tired in life also. If, or that is basically one who is facing all kinds of hurdles, this and that. If in one voice he says Haraye Nama Ityuchaihi, he says loudly Hari Namaha, Haraye Namaha, he will be freed from all his troubles, sins also. He would get rid of all his problems. That is the gist of this verse. Skanda 12, chapter 12, shloka number 46 or 47. It begins with Patitas Kalitaschartaha. So Harinama Mahima is described in this shloka. The last important shloka, let's see. Skanda 12, chapter number 13, shlokas 22, 23. That is the last two shlokas. Skanda 12, chapter 13, shlokas number 22, 23. भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनः तं नमामि हरिं परम्. So these two, they are the last shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhave bhave yata bhaktihi. Shukabrahmam says, from one birth to another birth, from Janma to Janma, let my bhakti on you always keep increasing. O Lord of all Devas, please do this because Tatha Kurushva Devesha. He says, I'm not just saying merely, you please do what I'm saying. Let my bhakti towards you keep increasing. You are our protector. Singing the names of the Lord. Namasankirtanam yasya sarva papa pranashanam. Singing, chanting the names of the Lord will get rid of all kinds of our sins that are there. Pranamo dukkha shamanaha tam namami harim param. And at the same time, by surrendering to you, by saluting to you, all our sins committed, which we have committed, that also will, one will get rid of that. Yeah. So this is the just so these are few. Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Haraye Namaha Narayana Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. So these are few important shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam. I tried my level best to tell you the meanings also. I hope all of you have noted it down. I'll share the recording also soon in case anyone you have missed out somewhere or you want to know the meaning, some number here and there, something, you can note it down. Further, these shlokas now, like I told you, when you can chant, they're a part of Nitya Paranam. You can do it every day if possible. It will not take more than 10 minutes. Every day is not possible. On a Thursday, Sunday, Ekadashis, or as convenient, Yatha Shakti, you can do. Yeah. Now, if anyone has any doubt, just hold on. 1 minute, 1 minute. Just hold on for a minute. Anyone has any doubt or so, you can ask. We'll just conclude with the Aarti. जय जय भागवत देवा जय जय भागवत जय जय राधा कृष्ण स्वरूपा जय जय भागवत देवा जय जय भागवत पटुतर मरुभूमौ चरता पति पति परिपततां प्रतिपद ललितं त्वां त्यक्त्वा परमसुखं कुतः देवा जय जय भागवत परमपदे भगवान् भक्त परिपालन गुणवान् कमलभवाय कृपया त्वां निज कमलमुखेन ददौ देवा जय जय भागवत नव नवरसभरितं दिव्यं नारायणमुखगलितं नलिनासनदेव प्रददौ नारदमुनये त्वां देवा जय जय भागवत आलोड्याखिलशास्त्रं भगवान् अनवप्य मनशान्तिम् आस्वाद्यातुलरसं ते शाश्वतमानन्दमाप परं देवा जय जय भागवत निगमान्ततरोर्गलितं मधुरं निरवध्यपदलसितं निर्गुणनिष्ठोऽपि श्रीशुको नित्यं पिबते त्वां देवा जय जय भागवत कलिमलहरणं त्वां श्रुत्वा कैवल्यसुखप्रदम् कृष्णप्रेमनिमग्नो राजा कृष्णपदाम्बुजमाप देवा जय जय भागवत जय जय भागवत देवा जय जय भागवत जय जय राधा कृष्ण स्वरूपा जय जय भागवत देवा जय जय भागवत भागवत भगवान की जय नारायणाखिल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।